Gen Z just can't afford to do the things that Gen Xers were able to do when they were younger. Here are 11 common and simple things that Gen X experienced that are no longer affordable for Gen Z. Going on vacation. Gen Z is barely making enough to make ends meet and pay for basic necessities, often working multiple jobs to be able to invest in relaxation. We can barely afford a spa day, let alone a full-blown vacation. According to MarketWatch research, 3/4 of Americans have taken on debt to fund vacations, unwilling to sacrifice the benefits of social connections and a break from work. But hey, since the majority of Gen Z no longer has large financial aspirations, what's a little bit of vacation debt on top of our already unmanageable student loan payments and out-of-control rent? Meeting friends in community spaces. Gen Z is experiencing higher rates of loneliness due to the deterioration of third-party spaces. Places like coffee shops, public parks, libraries, and free community events where those from older generations would hang out and meet new people. Because of this, Gen Zers are left to maintain connections online as subtle luxuries like grabbing a $10 latte are out of reach for younger generations that feel pressured to save every penny. Buying a home. Yeah, this one isn't happening. Even with a stable income, Gen Z individuals feel completely left behind on this American dream compared to their older counterparts. Our parents could comfortably save up for and buy a home with the wages from their first few jobs. But home prices continue to rise, and with stagnant wages and increasing costs elsewhere, there's just no wiggle room left in the budget to save up for a hefty down payment. Frequently dining at restaurants. According to Veracast 2024 Restaurant Trend Watch, 67% of respondents say dining out at restaurants has become too expensive for their current financial situation. This leads to larger grocery bills, more time spent preparing meals, and less social connections with friends and peers in public. The isolation and negative effects of loneliness on Gen Z, like social anxiety, also backhandedly contribute to their tendency to eat at home. International travel. A Bank of America report states that nearly 24% of Gen Z has felt pressured by friends to take a trip they can't afford, often taking on credit card debt because they still want to be included. Traveling internationally comes with a pretty price tag, from flights to hotels to general travel expenses. And Gen Zers find themselves having to stay put, whereas older generations like Gen X often had the ability to save for experiences abroad. Owning a pet. Fido and Fluffy aren't cheap. Nearly 72% of pet owners say the cost of pet ownership has increased drastically just in the past year. Even though pet ownership contributes positively to our personal development and general well-being, Gen Z individuals are struggling with just basic bills, which means the added expense of having an animal companion is out of the question. Investing in a retirement fund or savings account. Over half of Gen Z respondents to a Bank of America survey don't have enough money in their savings account to support them through an emergency, which is typically between 3 to 5 months of expenses. And less than 20% of Gen Z have enough money at the end of each month to contribute anything at all to a general savings account. Gen Xers at the same age were able to contribute at least some to investment accounts like retirement funds, but paycheck-to-paycheck living means Gen Z is coming up short. Going out to clubs. Gen Zers simply aren't going out to clubs and bars to the same extent that people in the 90s and early 2000s did at the same age. A night out can easily cost upwards of $150, and it's simply not in the budget. Netflix and boxed wine at home again it is. But all of this staying home is fostering a lack of social connection and loneliness, and a study from Gallup found that nearly 30% of people aged 19 to 29 feel persistently lonely. Buying a new car. The average cost of owning and operating a car in 2024 is $12,297, an increase of almost $1,400 a year from 2023. Back in 2014, the cost of owning a car were closer to $8,000 per year, and it's a growing financial burden. Gen Zers just can't afford to own and maintain a vehicle. In fact, statistics from the Department of Transportation suggest that many Gen Zers aren't getting their driver's license at all, with cost being a major factor. Having a big wedding. The Knott's 2023 Real Wedding Study found that an average wedding costs close to $35,000. Unsurprisingly, Gen Z couples are saying nope to that price tag and opting instead to elope. Even attending a wedding is a luxury these days, and bridal party members are often expected to contribute hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for parties, showers, trips, and gifts. Expensive hobbies. Traveling, sailing, skiing, all were popular among Gen X, and now are all grossly inaccessible for younger generations just based on cost alone. And let's not forget about the time that it takes to have a luxury hobby. If you're working multiple jobs just to pay the bills, you've not got the time or money for 18 holes of golf. Many Gen Zers have resorted to reimagining parts of their daily routines, like exercise. in a fun way in an attempt to reap the benefits of having a hobby while also getting things done. Gen Z, good luck and Godspeed. May the odds be ever in our favor.